Most of us grow up treating life like a simple math equation. We are taught that if we put in the hard work and stay disciplined, the universe will reward us with a smooth, pain-free existence. We try to guarantee this outcome by accumulating things. We build bank accounts and buy property, operating under the assumption that if we just gather enough resources, we can build an impenetrable shield against hardship. But that transactional view of reality is a complete illusion. This equation fails because it relies on a complete misunderstanding of the mechanics of the universe. The cosmos does not negotiate with our bank accounts. Consider a diamond merchant who did everything perfectly by the book. He invested his life into building a thriving business, only for a sudden earthquake to level his shop overnight. He went to sleep wealthy and woke up a beggar on the street. On the other hand, some people are born into immense affluence, living lives that look flawless. Yet, despite having every material advantage, they remain deeply, inescapably miserable on the inside. When faced with these unexplainable hardships, our immediate instinct is to look upward. We assume the universe is an active judge, dealing out targeted punishments for our mistakes. The reality is far less personal. The universe is entirely neutral. What we interpret as a divine punishment or reward is actually a cold, mechanistic process quietly playing out in the background. In spiritual traditions, this mechanism is called karma. According to Guru Sakala Maa, karma is not a cosmic justice system. It is simply man-made baggage, an accumulation of our own past actions that we carry with us over time. To understand how this binds us, we have to look at the exact anatomy of this baggage. It functions like a thick rope constructed from 3 very specific strands. This diagram illustrates the first strand, deeply rooted desires at the soul level. These inform the second strand, continuously triggering our everyday thoughts and emotional responses. These emotions force the third strand, blind physical actions, weaving into an unbreakable rope that binds us. Your present reality is not random. It is merely a physical manifestation of this dense rope of past desires, pulling you forward step by step. If we can see this trap, the logical question is, why can't we simply take a knife, cut the rope, and stop the process? Because karma operates like a fixed deposit. The actions you performed years ago are banked in the universe. They gather momentum over time, and when they finally mature, the results must inevitably be paid out. You cannot refuse the withdrawal. When a positive deposit matures, you enter a good phase. During this time, you might put in very little effort, yet everything you touch effortlessly turns to gold. Conversely, when negative deposits mature, you hit a bad phase. You can practice perfect discipline and work relentlessly, but unavoidable hardship will still arrive right on schedule. To the universe, neither phase is a judgment. There is no anger or favoritism attached to these events. They are entirely neutral, just ancient seeds that have finally received enough water to sprout. Actively fighting against a bad phase or desperately clinging to a good one is the ultimate trap. By resisting, you generate intense new emotions and desires, which immediately weave more rope to bind you in the future. If we can't escape matured karma, how do we exist in the world? The solution is found in the true definition of yoga. It's not about physical exercise, it's the practice of skillful action amidst chaos. You perform necessary duties, but sever all emotional attachment to the result. You frame every action as a neutral offering to the divine. By adopting the mindset that I am not the doer, you stop generating the desires that allow new karma to take root. When a severe bad phase hits, do not attempt to jump over the wave. You cannot outwork or outmaneuver a consequence that has already arrived. Your only job is to sit completely still, allowing the storm to pass without reacting. There is a hidden positive. The intense suffering endured during a bad phase is the mechanical burning off of old karma, permanently removing that baggage. This echoes Bruce Lee's philosophy on navigating a brutal reality. He advised that we should not pray for an easy life, but instead pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. True freedom is not the absence of hardship, it is the absolute stillness you maintain when life falls apart.